Hey everyone, how's it going? So last time what we did is set up a post API file, and we've set up the endpoint so that when we submit a post request to it, we just send some data back. And of course, to see that work, when we pressed the button, we saw the alert pop up. So what we're going to do now is actually process some data in here, and then what we need to do after that is to make the schema for the post file so that we can create the post. But we'll get to that. What we'll do instead, in the meantime, is just start handling some of this data. So the first thing we'll do is we'll just make sure that they've sent us some content, because obviously to create a post, the most important thing is the post content. So let's say if not rec.body.content, and just to remind you, content is the data that was sent, this part right here. So whatever you named it here, just make sure it matches here. So we're saying if this part does not exist, what we're going to do is just console.log content param not sent with request. This is just for us to understand, so if we see this in the console, we'll know where the issue is, but the user can just get a response. So we'll just put res.send status, and let's just do 400. Now you can see the pop-up that's appeared with some more information. If I click on this link right here, it will give us some information. I'll click open on that just so it opens it here. So if I do a search for 400, which is the error we're sending, you'll see that 400 means bad request. So basically the user will get 400, which is the status code, the HTTP status code for bad request. So the status code is supposed to reflect the kind of error that we've had there. Now the request wasn't good, there's no content sent with it, so we just return a 400 error code, okay? And we can test that out real quick just by killing the instance of the server and starting it again, and then I'll go ahead and redo this, and this time we shouldn't see the pop-up because it won't get that far. So if we enter something there, we shouldn't see an alert. And we do see an alert, and oh, I didn't even, remove the content. Sorry, I was supposed to show you this, and I forgot to remove the content. So I'll just comment that out. So now there's no content sent with the request. So if I refresh the page now, you don't need to restart the server because that's just a client-side JavaScript change. So now if I submit the post, you see bad request, and we don't see the pop-up. So that's it. We see the 400, the bad request, and then also we don't see the pop-up because it exited before it even got there. So in the post route, it got to here, so it sent the status and didn't make it to this part. Although actually it did make it to this part, you'll see we have this error in our console, and that's basically telling us that we can't send the status because we've already sent it here. So basically, it got to here, it sent the status, but because we didn't return, the code actually continued. It got to this line, it tried to send the status, and then we hit this error saying you can't set the headers after they're already sent. So what we need to do is just return here. You can just return there. Oops, return, if you can spell it. You can just return there, or you could have put the return underneath this way. It really doesn't matter as long as you return. So now you wouldn't see this error when we start it. I'll just verify this for you real quick. So the same thing should happen. We'll see the error in the console, but we won't see the error in the console of our server. So I'll put some text in there, press post, we see the error there, great, but now we don't see the error in the console because we returned here.